is Henry. He loves shoulder rides. Oh, God. Oh, I did that to myself. Henry, come back. You need to be famous. When we adopted Henry, the nice people at the shelter warned us that he had to be on a special diet, and we didn't really think too much about that. But 2 years later, we've probably spent $2,000 in vet bill on this cat because he does not know how to poop. He is an extremely sweet boy, so it's fine. My partner's birthday is coming up, and his favorite thing in the world is this cat. Ben and Henry are best friends. Ben is probably Henry's favorite person to get shoulder rides from. Ben always makes me the sweetest cards for my birthday. So I thought it would be cool if I made a comic of his favorite cat, Henry, for his birthday. So I started by mapping things out in Procreate. I've never made a comic before, but I read a lot of comics. I like comics a lot. So I feel like I kind of knew what I was looking for here. And man, working digital, so nice to kind of map things out and get things where they need to be before you commit to putting things on paper. So yeah, I blocked it all in here. I knew it was going to be challenging to do a bunch of images of a black cat. It's always challenging to draw black pets because they're black. It's very easy to just make them total voids and not show any of the details in them. So traced it on, actually I don't think I traced it onto Bristol board. I just taped this this pre-drawing that I did onto the Bristol board underneath it, and then I wanted to line everything with a brush. I usually use like micron pens for everything, pen and ink. I've always really loved pen and ink, just as a medium. It's always kind of been my favorite. Like a cheap Bic pen is my jam, and then micron pens. But I thought it would be cool to challenge myself to line everything with a brush just to see if everything looked a little bit more lively. And it totally does. I'm really happy with the character that a lot of the lines have. It's kind of slow going, lining with a brush compared to a micron, but I don't know, I enjoyed it. Especially, it was perfect for going in and making all those little fluffs in his tail. I've got a couple of different brushes. I've just got like a Winsor Newton lining brush, and I've also got like a Japanese boar hair brush. The Japanese boar hair brush is good for filling in like big areas of black, because he's a big black cat, so there's a bunch of those areas. The Bristol board is bigger than the paper would go through on my printer. So there was kind of some overlap. I had to expand it on the scanner and tape two pieces of paper together, and there was some overlap in that top panel where he's laid out all flat. So that's why I worked on it last. I had to take one of the layers off so I could actually see the details in his face. If you like this kind of content, me trying things and trying artistic things that I've never tried before, I'm a brand new channel, so like and subscribe go a really long way. Henry's such a good boy. He actually is that smug looking all of the time. That's just who he is as a cat. I love how cats always know that they're like the most excellent possible versions of themselves, you know? I have a lot of doubts, but my cat doesn't. I was worried it was going to get old just painting a black cat 6 times, but I think it was a good exercise. Like I said, it's kind of challenging. At the end, I did go in with some microns and filled out a lot of the cross-hatching and like the details in his face. I'm super comfortable with these micron pens. Like I've used them so much for so many years. So this part fell together super easily compared to the brush. The brush took forever. I really underestimated how long this project was going to take me. I was like, oh, it's just a page. It'll just take me a couple hours, and it took me more than that. I think I probably painted on it for 5 or 6 hours altogether. Getting his little whiskers in. His whiskers are actually white, so I had a gel pen for the whiskers across his body, but you know, it's representational. It still looks like him. Trying to get some nice shots, and it was blown away in the wind, but there he is. If you want to pause it and read it, it's about how he gets too constipated and goes to the vet, which he does very regularly. I wish he was as regular at pooping as he was at going to the vet. Here it is in a frame. Putting things in a frame really classes things up. It's incredible. Highly recommend. Here I am showing Henry his drawing. Look, Henry, it's a comic about you. Does he care? No, he does not care because he is a cat, and cats don't care about anything. Thanks for watching. Henry would thank you too if he was even a little bit aware of his surroundings, but he's a cat. All he knows is eat food, eat leaf, try to poop. I'll be back next Thursday with something. Not sure what. Maybe a cat. Probably a drawing. So, yeah. See you when I see you. This is Lucy. Ow! She's jealous that Henry's getting a whole video about him, but she's the perfect little baby. She doesn't have to do anything comic worthy. She likes the roughest pets. Ow! Bite! You gotta get off my desk, baby. Go on. Go on.